What is wrong with this picture? Contractor comes in, as kind as can be, sells the job, starts the work, brings in other people, he's barely there, and all these other people look like students.
It's only when they started doing the finish, when they started doing the plaster of the wall, that we could see what a horrible job the finish was.
In other rooms in the house, when we plug things in, it sparks and sometimes the power cuts out.
We have no power to the dryer. See this wonderful tile job that was done in the baseboard. I mean, look at the gap here.
Yes, so.
I guess he didn't know how to level floors. This is disgusting. I'm seeing the walls wavy like crazy.
This almost looked like a testing ground for them, was our basement. So this is supposed to be finished.
Oh my. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's here. You're only allowed 12 per circuit. Number one, we did not do this. This is a heat line that was tied into upstairs that was removed. There's a duct that leads upstairs somewhere that no longer has heat going to there, and this was closed in. Number two, we have central vacuum that is not even hooked up to anything, not even capped off. So imagine turning on the central vac and all it's doing is sucking up air from this point, which gives you no draw from the area you're using. Number three, we have a totally illegal junction, not only close, not even close to being done right. All loose wires, we can see, I just hit that and it actually just shut off the light in there. This was hidden. So what do we see? We see nothing but crap, and then we find this wonderful piece of lumber here that reads, first basement ever. So they decided to sign the lumber and put down it was their first basement ever.
Oh. When I came down here and saw that it had been gutted and it was gone, I felt such relief to know that we could start from scratch and it would be safe.
We'll fix your heating, we will properly insulate this, we'll properly finish this, bring it back and show you what it should have looked like.
Great.
It looks 100% better right now.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
You know what? This looks really good. This is open concept. I'm gonna go get them.
Wow.
Wow.
So, just to start off with, you know that from the beginning we had gutted this, right? We knew it from the beginning. It was not even a factor that we were going to investigate. It was coming down.
It's so bright in here too.
Well, it's just the right amount of pot lights and the right way of using the bulkhead and using the lighting within the bulkhead, and it works for me. It's what I see. I come down and I say, this is what I can do with it.
This is my shoe room.
That's a lot of shoes.
It is.
The bad news is we have asbestos tile that is into the furnace room underneath all your carpets, and here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to pull your carpets, bring in a team. We're going to pull the asbestos tile out from your complete basement and give you new carpet. So I need to ask, because I'm going to be pulling everything out, do I have your permission to even touch your shoes?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes?
I trust you.
So we'll bring them in boxes and we'll put them all away, and maybe I'll do something funky.
Sounds awesome.
Okay, that's the least I could do. You give him a quick task. Let's make a shoe rack. No, it's not just a shoe rack.
And I think I'm gonna get rotating wheels so we can put the shoes on, so we can highlight his shoes in the corner.
Imagine that. You put your shoes on, it hit a button, and it just spins. Now, I think Mike's gonna be sitting downstairs looking at it going, I love this. He's gonna like the deck, but I think he's gonna love his shoe rack way better. It's gonna be a busy day. We're trying to finish up most of the cabinets here because we have the carpet guys in. All the tackless is down. We have the underlay in the other room already. We're just trying to get this done, so obviously we can get a shop back in and vacuum the floor before the underlay goes down here. Carpet gets laid down, covered up, paint, basement's done. Bam, bam, bam. No?
Oh my gosh.
It's hard to process. It's unbelievable. Like, everything looks so good. The amount of work, hours people put in, and the generosity of the different people that contributed to all this is mind-blowing. This is what I miss the most. I miss my shoes so much. This blows my mind.
We've just been overwhelmed with generosity, and we can't believe how much has been done for us.
Hey, Mike.
No way.
We got your pair of shoes.
What's your name?
Shane.
Shane.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is from all of us.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Hopefully
You gotta
your
be kidding
collection
me.
will grow now too.
Well, this is gonna be the first, because all I have is Holmes workwear boots. That's too awesome. We are talking over $300,000 taken from this family alone, and a total of over $15 million for more than 40 families by one man.
His guys had come in, they, in my opinion, destroyed our basement.
He's opened this up, I can clearly see, I can see a cut in the floor joist that somebody's run some plumbing.
That's all his work. All this deconstruction, in fact, was done by him.
Your panel's loaded at this point from what I'm seeing, and this is the extent of the work he's done. Okay, so I'll look further. I mean, so far I'm seeing structurally everything seems to be okay. Okay, you got your own little tool room. I like to see that. We have junction points. Why do we have junction points? He did it?
Yeah, because he ran some wire in the other room here.
Don't tell me he did that.
I told him there was issues with the
Humidifier.
And this is what the conclusion was. I said to him, how am I supposed to change this down the road? He said, you never would have to.
Now you got me really nervous. Okay, what am I seeing here in plumbing? I'm seeing 1.5 inch tie into a 3-inch. Absolutely unacceptable. It's not gonna work that way. You do not do that. Electrical. Who the hell does this? Why is this cut?
I don't know.
Here's the box right here. Oh my God. You are so lucky he did not finish your basement.
No.
Because it would be so much work to fix. The least I can do is try and give them back some of their self-esteem and some of their confidence and maybe trust that they had for someone else.
God.
Wow.
Oh, holy moly.
Wow.
Not bad, eh?
Not bad.
I'd have to say it's not bad. This looks phenomenal.
Wow.
Love the fireplace.
Beautiful. I've never seen a fireplace like that before. That's absolutely beautiful.
Got your pool table.
That looks phenomenal. I always wondered what we were
Holy
going to do
cow.
with this side of the house.
One of the main reasons we're here, cold room. Take a quick look, get this out of the way. So nice and simple. We just turned it back to the way it's supposed to be.
That is so nice. Wow.
So this was a great idea that Adam had. Let's turn this area into a bar area. Well, I think you're gonna like what's behind that door.
Oh my God.
Holy. Wow.
Wow.
The lighting, it's definitely theater room lighting,
it.
but I do have more to show you.
Wow.
Ready?
We're ready.
Come on.
Wow.
Wow.
So this is actually for you two.
Vision-wise, this is almost identical to what we expect. Not expected from you, but we expected from our first contractor. This is what we wanted.
And while you're working out, your boys can actually, if you want to turn around, your boys have a little, this is perfect.
Wow.
This is a lot of love. So we chose a floor, okay? We have real hard plywood on the walls here with an epoxy coating on top, so they can actually use a puck if they'd like. We have a penalty box, storage room, or hockey room.
I think I've gone from having 2 kids to about 30 kids because everybody will want to be playing in this basement now.
I get that.
And hanging out. To finally see the completed product, to actually call it our own, it's unbelievable. It leaves you speechless, man.
We already know there's been a water problem on this property. That doesn't make me afraid,
Yeah.
but it does make me look for things.
Is this a sump pump back here?
That's what I thought it was.
You gotta be kidding me.
Ooh.
Oh my God. That means they got major water issues here if they're putting a sump pump outside. One of the cons of this house is the fact that it's got 3 sump pumps and it's still experiencing water issues.
So they've worked extra hard to stop the water from coming in, telling me it's not only flooded once, twice, 3 times, possibly more. This could be an awful lot of money to fix. Every house tells a story. The biggest issue here would be the water infiltration that is getting into the basement. How's it getting in? What do we need to do to fix it? How much is that gonna cost?
It's very clear that we have water problems in that basement, so we're gonna explore a few different areas to see if we can figure out how this water is getting in.
All right, this was the area that the water kept coming in.
Yes.
What I would like to do is pull all the boards up. All right, we have a 4-inch PVC pipe here.
I see a flex line down there. It looks like they're running the sump to this line. The sump pump's job is to collect groundwater and water from the weeping tile, and it's installed in the basement floor. Now, when the sump pump's full, it ejects it outside underneath the deck. So we want to make sure that connection underneath the deck is done properly.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's run the hose into the sump pit and force the water to come out and see what it does.
Fire it on! Fire it on! Oh yeah, she's really going. How is it, Holmes?
This thing is pouring water back towards the foundation. That's not a good sign.
The sump pump isn't properly hooked up to the drain. It's a loose connection. The fact that this isn't properly done, the water's firing out from the sump pit and pooling in this area.
I am sure that this flower bed is acting as a curb and holding the water in rather than letting it get out. So we're gonna pull some front skirt boards and just look at the grading. Okay, it's higher at this end, which is holding back the water. They dammed it. The lowest point is right in the corner. So water's just gonna wanna drive and penetrate to the foundation nonstop, which goes to the sump pump, which in turn runs that sump pump nonstop.
So we're gonna have to pull this deck up and regrade.
Yeah.
Now it's time to install the double sump pump in the basement. The way it will work is, we dig the pit, line it with the gravel base, and insert the pump. If the pit starts to fill with water, a pressure sensor is activated on the sump pump that turns the pump on. The job of the pump is to move the water out of the pit through pipes that run away from the house to a lower grade area where the water can drain away from the foundation.
There we go. So once the groundwater does come in, if there's a thaw, if there's a heavy rain, we're not going to have any more problems with water down here.
The inspector did not give us a written report. He did a walkthrough and pointed out some of the minor problems, and he said there's really nothing to worry about. He pointed out that there was 2 sump pumps in the house. We couldn't really check to see if they were working, but he just pointed out that they were there.
Your home is in a low-lying area, so water will always find its way to your house. We have a sump pump, yes? Because I noticed that we had a drain that went through the wall, and I take it it's in the front, approximately mid. And what does that tell you?
We're below sewer grade.
That's correct. Sump pumps are often used when a home is below the sewer line, and that's what's happening here. In this case, water drains into the pit from the washing machine, the sink, and the floor drain. And the pump then ejects it back up into the main stack where the drain runs into the sewer system. You have 2 pumps in your home, one here and the other one's at the front, and that one collects groundwater. This doesn't smell very good, by the way. You know, you're wondering, you walk through the basement and it smells a little bit of musty smell. Well, you got water sitting in the basement. If it's always gonna sit there, it's gonna smell like crap. And it's gonna emit. So, you know, we wanna see this a lot tighter, and it's not. We even see a surface mold buildup. Look at that right there within the well itself, which is not good. There's a lot of mold in this house. A lot of mold in this house.
Hey, Damon. Hey, bud, how you doing?
Good.
That is one heavy-duty sewage ejector.
That is a bad boy.
Okay, where is it going, man?
It's going in the corner.
Okay.
That entire corner needs to be actually excavated. Because what I have is obviously my laundry tub is draining into it, my floor drain is draining into this, and those are plumbing fixtures that need to be discharged through a sanitary line.
Right.
So sewage ejector will solve that problem.
So this is the only exposed part, is the top here?
Yep, that's the only thing that we'll see at the end. Everything below is going to be buried in the ground, covered with concrete, and you can see a number of screws and how tight this entire unit is. So
obviously a seal on it and everything.
Everything, right? So it won't allow any gases to escape, but also moisture, right?
That's fantastic.
The pump itself is a sewage pump, so it's a lot more capable than a typical pump that's utilized for a storm system or just the regular water. The sewage pumps have greater horsepower output. They can actually take debris, break it down into smaller pieces and discharge it. So the new system, the new design that we're implementing, it's an airtight, watertight system that won't allow any moisture to escape. Bulletproof solution in my eyes, considering the circumstances.
Go ahead.
Whoa! Woo! Oh my God! Oh, covered sump pump.
Another closed unit system. And high end, this is what we want to see. You never want an opened well of any sort inside your house.
You can actually feel it in your house that the air quality is actually better in here.
The pipe that gets the water out of the sump pump is underground and it's frozen.
I'd gone downstairs just to grab something, and I heard loud crashes of water coming from our cold room.
So when the sump pump was trying to pump the water out, it ended up just...
It blew the joint.
Blew it up and it started shooting everywhere.
There was water all over the cold room. There was water pouring into the basement, and you know, had we seen that coming? Absolutely not.
I'm really disappointed with the exhaust system from the sump pump that's in the cold room. If we take a look at this, here's where it exhausts out. The problem is, in the freezing winter, it'll freeze that line. It won't come out here, and it's gonna break the line downstairs. It's gonna try and discharge water, but it's frozen, so it won't. That's exactly what happened. It snapped right at the junction point, and then there was water downstairs.
Mike has asked Martin to check out the old sump pump, and he's decided to replace it with a new, more powerful unit.
Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. Come over here. So what do you see here?
The pipe is insulated.
And the sump pump.
And there's something down there.
That's a battery backup. That will last 2 days. So now, in other words, you lose electricity, and this thing wants to eject water. It will.
No flood.
No flood.
Nice.
Awesome.